4 months from today, Ohio voters will head to the polls to choose the state's next U.S. senator.
And the race between Tim Ryan and J.D. Vance already getting national attention, with control of the U.S. Senate in the balance.
News 5's John Kosick spoke with both candidates today.
July is normally a quiet time in politics. Not this year, not with a seat in the U.S. Senate up for grabs. Tim Ryan meets with veterans in Brooklyn Heights this day, the last stop on a 3-day 9-city tour of the state. Voters he will need in his matchup with Republican J.D. Vance, who has also been crisscrossing the state as part of a law enforcement tour. An issue where there is a clear divide: abortion.
An extreme position by J.D. Vance that even if you're raped or there's incest, he wants you to be forced by the government to have, bring the baby to term. If you're raped, have a rapist baby. I mean, that just makes no sense.
A PAC now running ads against Vance, highlighting that stance. Vance tells me he takes issue with it and supports exceptions where the health of the mother is threatened.
I'll say, John, that as much as they're trying to paint me as a radical, and I am pro-life, I don't hide from that fact, but as much as they're trying to paint me as a radical, Tim Ryan has defended abortion up to 40 weeks of gestation.
Ryan says it's only in the rare event of a severe complication late in the pregnancy. Where the two walk a similar path is appealing to working-class voters who have been hurt by U.S. trade policies, union workers who were once loyal Democrats but have shifted Republican since 2016. Voters Ryan is trying to win back.
I think the interesting strategic thing that he's trying to do is run away from the Biden-Harris agenda, position himself as a moderate or even as a conservative in his TV commercials. But at the end of the day, Ryan's record is the record. The policies that have failed the state of Ohio the last couple of years are policies he supported full-throatedly.
Vance said that's why Ryan was absent from President Biden's visit this week to Cleveland. Ryan said he had previously scheduled campaign events in southern Ohio at the time, and he runs from no one.
I'm the face of this campaign. They can try to, tie me to whomever they want. The people of Ohio know I've taken on Joe Biden, I've taken on Nancy Pelosi, I've taken on Bernie Sanders, I've taken on Republicans, I've agreed with Trump on trade. That's just my record. All they have to do is look at it, and, he needs to run against me, not Joe Biden.
In Cleveland, John Kosick, News 5.